it up questions for
Start there. You normally watch the previous game at some portion of it. At some,
Yeah. No, I usually watch every game.
every minute of it, every second of every
Yep.
game. Not this.
Nope.
How did you arrive at that decision?
I just discussed it with myself. I was like, just let it go. It's time to move on to Clemson. I didn't even want to look at anything else because we were staring some really hard situations in front of us. Like, think about it. You just lose that game at home. You got to go on the road. If you lose today, you go to Virginia next week. And then you're in your Christmas spirit with Mississippi State and Ole Miss, who are ranked in the nation. It's an unbelievable non-conference schedule. So after that game, I never watched it. I didn't want to see anything. I didn't even look at ESPN. I look at ESPN all day. I just watched it out. I didn't say anything to the team about it. I just know what we needed to do moving forward because I knew that wasn't my team that played against Arkansas State, and I'm not taking anything away from them. We were just out there looking like we were going to win the game and didn't compete. We play like we played today, there's no way we lose that game. And now I think they get the point of why that needs to happen every game.
Coach, for Tyrese, or PJ, I'm sorry, for PJ to just score 10 points in regulation and have Tyrese and Colby step up the way they did, how tough is this backcourt stuff?
Yeah, no, it's a trio. It's definitely not, I mean, PJ is our guy, but Tyrese and Kobe are really good players. And it's like Coach Brunell said, they're elite shot makers. They make those shots all the time in practice, especially Kobe. He'd rather you contest his shot when he shoots. So, you know, when PJ's out, I still have the confidence in those two guys. You're going to get two of the three. If you get all three, like Kobe says, then that's trouble for the next team because they're just so good at what they do. But they work so hard. They're in the gym all the time.
Does this, I mean, obviously you've already mentioned that this is the best win of the season. Is there anything else about it, like as far as X's and O's, like what you guys did out there today that makes it feel
Yeah, for
special?
sure. I studied so hard that I understood where we were going to get every open look. And I just put them in position to understand where those looks were going to come from because Clemson does a great job of confusing you because they're in the gaps and they rotate out to the three-point line really well. And when you beat that guy, the next guy comes. They do a great job. So I had to use that energy against them. I had to reverse that. I had to force them to get into those situations, and then we got off the ball early, and we didn't take one more dribble to go inside. We shot those balls. That's why we shot so great, but we were prepared to do those same shots that we got today.
And you talked about obviously just kind of throwing that film away and knowing that that wasn't your team. I guess what are some characteristics about these guys you have this season that show you that no matter if you have those bumps in the road, they're just bumps. They're not indicative of something bigger. Yeah,
we went out and we recruited character, man. High character guys that want to win, not guys that are just trying to get NIL money, not guys that are just showing up for the non-conference schedule and then once conference starts, they're just going to chill. But we got a group that really has huge chips on their shoulders, that they really want to get to the NCAA tournament. And I think only Dane and Tyrese are the only two guys on the team that have gone to the NCAA tournament. So those other guys are really hungry to get there.
Do you see that, obviously that hunger manifest itself in practice after Arkansas State? Like,
I saw it before Arkansas State. I don't understand what the letdown was about during the game because Arkansas State was a good team. It wasn't like they were shabby. They were pretty daggone good. They played Alabama to a one-possession game earlier in the season, and they barely lost. So at the end of the day, we knew that they were capable. I understood their roster. I took the game because I wanted to be pushed, and they beat us. But the team that showed up today and the team that was in Hawaii didn't play that game against Arkansas State.
There were a lot of big moments and stretches in this game for you guys. I mentioned the 10-0 start and then the 7-0 start in the second half and the way you closed both halves. But there was a big sequence around the 11-minute mark in the second half where Baraka hits a tough runner.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are nursing a 1-point lead at that point, and Clemson seems to have the advantage. Baraka hits a tough runner, misses the free throw. PJ gets the board, puts it back up, hits the and one. I mean, that was a 5-point swing or whatever it was.
Yep.
In a critical moment. I assume that was a big,
huge moment. First of all, for Baraka to be aggressive, we've been telling him to be more aggressive. He looks a little indecisive out there, and it might be my fault, so I have to calm him down because I know he has more to give us, and I don't want to take his confidence away. I think I've kind of taken his confidence away with the way that I sub him, but the trio was playing so good, it's hard to kind of take him off the floor for a long time. But when he made that bucket, I was so happy for him, and he gets to the free throw. He's been missing almost every free throw, and it's like getting into his mind again. But PJ, with the wherewithal to get that rebound, and then being PJ, makes the contact and then finishes the shot. That was a huge play for us.
there was a knock on today's game, it would be the turnovers, I would assume.
Yeah, early turnovers were really bad because we had them down 10-0. We were in control and defending at a high level, and then we just kind of got laxed. And then, you know, they're good. We knew that they were going to make a run, but we kind of hurt ourselves throwing the ball away.
Penny, you heard me ask the guys about rebounding and Shefflin in particular. From your vantage point, what was the game plan there? How'd you?
Yeah, Coach, y'all been watching Clemson a long time, even before I started coaching. And he's always had bigs that are going to go rebound in basketball. He always has bigs that are going to duck in. And then last year playing against PJ and Ian, man, those were the two hardest bigs we ever played against because they know how to duck in. Then they turn a duck in into a rebounding position. So we knew this. If we hadn't played them last year, there's no way you can just see it. But to be in that game last year and understand who Ian is, you go, hey man, if you don't match his energy, he's gonna destroy you. And I had our bigs all week. We had a full week to prepare for this game. If this would have been a 2-day turnaround, who knows? But just to know him and what he brings on a nightly basis with his energy, if you don't match his energy, is what we're telling bigs, he's gonna destroy you.
And you talked about in the press conference before this game, you talked about wanting to kind of regain momentum and I don't know, remind folks, right? Like
Yep.
this team is. Do you think y'all's performance obviously did that today in terms of reminding the country that
If they
this is
respect
who Memphis
Clemson like we
basketball
do, then yes. I mean, we lost a tough game, and we redeemed ourselves by coming into a very hostile environment with a damn good team, really good team. I mean, we're not the 28th ranked team in the country. We're just not. So you can't look at how they rank us. And Clemson is we're both really good teams. So it's not like we were just this upset. We came in here to fight, and we fought a really good team and ended up leaving here with a win.
Two more.
Some really big minutes from Musa in the second half. I think he scored all of his points in the second half before fouling out. He had like 5 of his 8 rebounds in those minutes.
Yep.
Was there something that seemed to me like somebody lit a fire under him at halftime?
Well, I'm always in his ear, and at halftime I was like, let's get it done, big dog. This is what we're here for. We've already given one away. Just fight. And he went out there and made things that started clicking. He has the talent. Moose has just been in his own head. A lot of these guys want to contribute. We're winning, and they want to contribute more, and it's a reverse effect. They kind of put themselves, too much pressure on themselves and can't perform. So in the second half, he relaxed. I got him more relaxed, and he went and did what he should be doing every single night. That's what we expect from him.
2-0 in overtime games this year. Is there just this team comfortable in situations like that?
Well, the biggest thing about us is we have playmakers and guys that can score the basketball in overtime. When you got 3 guys that can get a shot off and get to the basket and make their free throws, that's tough to guard when you have 3.